What's up, Big Pimpin'? is going on, internet? We are back once again. We're here live on YouTube. We're here live on Twitch. We are here live on Kick. Wherever you enjoy watching is perfectly okay. I am happy you all are here. Now, here's the thing. We have an interesting little topic that I want to go over. But before we do that, I want to say what's up to everybody in chat. I see you over on the Kick side. I see you, Shar. What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
How you doing? Over on the YouTube side, I see a bunch of you. Jessica. What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Otter.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? And we got Norma. What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
Who else do we got? Special K.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Who else do we got? Mr. Richie the 7th.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Mural? Mural? Is that how you say your name? I apologize if it's not, but what's up, Big Pimpin'?
Big Pimpin'?
Who else do we got up in here? Sam W.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How are you guys doing? So you've seen the title. You've seen the thumbnail. You have a little bit of an idea on YouTube what we're getting into. I'm thinking, let's go over the top 5 players I want to see return and play again. And also, the top 5 players I never want to see in that house ever again. Now, I do have a little bit of a caveat. This isn't all time. This isn't all time. I tried to keep it to the new era, right? Kind of post BB22, so newer players. Because if we went all time, I don't even know if I can make it just the top 5. There's so many I would love to see play again, but also so many that I don't even think they would ever even call back. So I wanted to keep it more towards the newer end of the spectrum, right? With people that are a little bit more likely to be called back. Although on my list of never want to come back again, I don't think there's a lot that would be asked to come back. Plus a couple of other little caveats. There's a few I think we kind of all can agree should never come back. I didn't even want to include one particular person on this list because as far as I'm concerned, they're Voldemort. We never speak of them again. We never acknowledge their existence. They're gone forever. See you later. We want nothing to do with you. But I thought this could be a fun little list. Plus, I want to hear from you guys, especially all time, right? Not just the more modern people. Who are some of the people you'd want to see back? Who are some of the people you never want to see again? And one of the reasons I stuck more with the modern era, there's way less players who have ever played twice, right? That's kind of the big thing. If you played twice already, do we really need to see you a third time? Probably not. Go on the traders or something, right? There's a few exceptions. I would maybe take Danielle Reyes in that house any day of the week. But for the most part, kind of want to see some new people maybe get a second chance, maybe show that they still have it, maybe show something that they weren't able to show in their first season for some of these people. So I think it's going to be kind of a fun little chat here. Plus, I enjoy doing the live stuff with you guys more than just if I made a video kind of listing off a bunch of people talking to myself. It seems like it ends up being a little bit more fun in a conversation. If you have anyone that you're like, no, Ori, it has to be this person, send in a super chat. Let me know. It should appear on screen and even read out so that everybody can hear it as well. So if you feel really strongly about somebody that I'm not saying, put them out there. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun time. Let's catch up with the chat just a little bit before we jump into it. Jessica's excited to be here. Hope Ori keeps Angela's spin video. It's so good, ain't it? It's like the perfect loading video for the stream, is it not? It just feels right. Let's see. Norma, hi, how you doing? Need all them Big Brother updates. Special K, I'm with you. I feel like we all have a little bit of like a withdrawal kind of a thing going on right now without Big Brother. We usually have a little bit of like Big Brother Canada that we can get into, and that's a thing, but we haven't had that, and it would be wrapping up right about now, but sadly it's not there. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. I would have really have to sit down with every player to pick my top 5. I can't remember so many players. Otter, that was my thing too as well. I was like, if I did all time, it would be so hard to nail down 5 and only 5 that I would want to see. Maybe one day we'll do that, like an all-time list. But I thought for today, something with just like the more modern people, the people that we're a little bit more familiar with and kind of know from the more recent seasons. Who would you all want back? I want to know. I love the spinning Angela too. Good to be on time. Love it, Norma. Love it. I would want Andy back, but they would never bring him back. Jessica, I'm with you too. I think Andy is someone who is kind of underrated as a player. I think his floater game that he played on 15 was maybe the perfection of the floater game, right? We've seen others do well with it. We've seen others, attempt it. But I think his game was maybe one of the best floater games we've ever seen. Vanessa is who I'd want to see come back to. Vanessa is another really good pick. Not on my list either. She's what I wouldn't say an old school, but like kind of like middle-age Big Brother, right? It's not necessarily the new era that we're in right now. Not necessarily old school, but Vanessa's another one too as well. There's some crazy players in BB16. I can't remember all their names. BB16 is also one of the seasons that I think is a little underrated. Some people didn't like it for, a lot of different reasons. But I think 16 had some really, really good players. And it's why I also think Derek had one of the most impressive wins, especially when you look at that cast. How many winners also came out of that, right? On that season alone, there's 3 winners of Big Brothers who played on that season for the first time. So I think it was a really stacked cast that season. So I agree with you. It's probably unpopular opinion, but Paul played a good game. I think he deserved to win. I think Paul definitely had reasons why you should have been like, yeah, he should win. Paul's big downfall in his second season, season 19, I think was just jury management. If he would have really kind of owned like, yeah, I was stabbing you all in the back. I never planned on actually taking you guys to the end, but I promised you all that. And I'm sorry, but you believed me and it got me here. I think if he took ownership of that more, he probably ends up winning. But because he couldn't do that, and Josh did, every time somebody was leaving, if you go back and watch a lot of Josh's goodbye messages that season, he's bawling his eyes out, telling them how sorry he is. He has to do this. And he really kind of at least attempted to make a little bit of amends for the backstabbing he was going to do. Because that's the big thing. If you're going to backstab people, you can't pretend like you didn't do it. You have to own it. Because if you pretend like you didn't do it, how are they ever going to vote for you in the end? They won't, because he's been talking about production. That's the thing too, right? Once you start talking about production, they don't like to see you back on. Which season's special? So I kind of did it basically from BB23 onward. Nobody on the list is from any season prior to that. So we're kind of looking from those seasons onward of potential people who could be coming back, right? Because you never know. They like to do that every so often where it won't be a full all-star season, but maybe we get like a returnee or two, right? I don't necessarily want that. If we're going to do returnees, I'd rather see a full all-star season than just 1 or 2 plucked in there. But it's always fun to kind of look back and see some of these. Let's see where we're at. I never want to see Nicole F or Nicole A. Nicole's, maybe we're done with Nicole's. Hannah Chata should be come back. I like Hannah a lot. Maybe she's on the list. Maybe she's not. If it was Dr. Will, yes. I don't want to see Angela back. Ooh, Angela, I think, is actually a strong pick that would be kind of fun. Let's see. Tiffany, Angela, Tucker, Taylor, America's my top 5 new era. I want Izzy back. She was so much fun to watch. Little bit of a spoiler. Izzy didn't make my list, but oh, it was close. It was really close for Izzy. Like I debated. I debated. There's someone on the list who I was like, ooh, them or them. I couldn't. It was a hard decision, but Izzy was probably number 6. Izzy was probably number 6 on my list. Let's see where else we're at. I like to see Frank back. I know how he goes way back. Frank was another one I really liked. I didn't necessarily think he played too well on his second season, but his first season was awesome. He was the guy I was kind of rooting for there for a little bit. I was like, come on, take down these guys. You know, show the Quack Pack what's really up. Michael from BB24, Izzy from BB25, Tiffany, Hannah, Tucker, Angela, all really good picks. Tucker, you want back for the Chaos Storm. I remember him playing, but not well specifically. I would love to see Paul return. Paul played strategically well. Social game, nope. Otter, that's kind of the thing, right? His social game lacked. If he would have been able to just have a little bit more of that jury management, I think he would be able to pull in a win. Paul needs to stay in the past. Never ever bring Nicole F back. Nicole F is annoying. Josh would be good after the time on the challenge. Norma, you know, I don't think you're wrong on that. I think Josh has really kind of grown and matured on the challenge. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily mind seeing him back on there again for something. Again, he didn't make the cutoff for this list, but I do like your pick. Also, Stin.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? I see you over there on Kick. How you doing, buddy? We are live on YouTube. We're on Kick. We are on Twitch. You're more than welcome to choose wherever you like to watch. It is up to you, but kind of cool that we're on 3 different platforms at once. Today, we are kind of talking about who would be our top 5 players we want to see return and top 5 players we never want to see in that house again. There's a few like obvious ones that we didn't really mention, you know, that we all can kind of agree. But I think it's going to be kind of fun. I've also kind of limited it from BB23 onward, some more of the new era of house guests on who could potentially return. I'm in the minority. I enjoy Nicole F. Don't think she should come back, be on the comeback list though. I think she's she kind of wears away on you after a while, right? Like Nicole F to start, like I think on 16 I even kind of like Nicole F, right? But then after a while you're like, oh, this is a little too much. It's a little too much. Tiffany could stay home too. Semi older big brother. I want to see Jason come back. Jason was a lot of fun. I like Jason. Angela's so entertaining. Which Jason? Oh yeah, actually that's a good question. Which Jason? Because the Jason I'm thinking of is BB19 Jason. Him and Alex were like really close. Had a great friendship, and I liked them a lot. Izzy, Turner, Angela, just random thoughts. T-Core constantly refusing to get rid of Chelsea and putting Tucker up as a pawn was frustrating to watch. I would love to see Ori play Big Brother. You know, it was always a dream. I don't know if that dream will ever become a reality. But honestly, I think I've found kind of a love and a passion for talking Big Brother with you guys here on YouTube and discussing everything that's going on. Even more than I probably would enjoy playing. What is James from BB6 come back? Ooh, then you know, that could be an option. I never want to see Daniel return. There's only one player I never want to see again. Oh, love Jason Roy. On the BB Can side, I would like to see Shania Nene. Yeah, good old Nene. If the show ever returned, I think all the girly pops were a little bit of fun. Even what was it, Renee? What was the other girly pop's name? Who wasn't the one that was with Ty? Even she wasn't good, but it was like actually I wouldn't mind seeing them play again. You're going to give all the players live feed updates. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to be giving all the live feed updates this season. But if I was on the show, not a chance. I wouldn't let anybody know. I'd walk in there and be like, oh, who's Vito? I hear Vito has a lot of power in this house. I haven't met Vito yet. Which one of those guys out there is Vito? Like, that would be my my strategy. The only issue is there's like a small chance. There's like a very small chance that someone on the show would actually know who I was now. That's a possibility now. It's not like I could just go in and be completely anonymous. There's a very small chance that somebody goes and says, "What's up, Oreo?" And like, I'm like, oh crap. And I got to make a decision real fast whether I'm working with that person or I'm getting rid of them. And I'm going to be honest, I'd probably end up working with you. If you're an Oreo and you know about what's going on, I'd have to bring you in and like, we're going to the end. Like, that's it. It's signed, sealed, delivered. But you can't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody else you know. It can't be a thing. Is it hot or not to want to see Nicole F come back to me personally? I really don't want to see Nicole come back. Seen her enough. Derek, Claudia, Nene, and Renee. Yeah, Renee. Even her. Right? Like, Claudia, I wouldn't mind seeing again. I thought she was interesting, even though like she kind of ended up throwing it a little bit there. There was a little bit of missteps from her, but also you could say that was Ty using his her persuasion over her to his advantage. But yeah, I'd like to see them come back. Bring back Johnny Mac. That's another one, Sam W. That's a big one that I'd love to see come back. He's one too that I feel like has kind of been like weirdly never called back, but always mentioned. Like, they always have like, you know, the Whack Street Boys and all that kind of stuff going on. Like, I feel like Johnny Mac had such a big impact with the fan base, but we've never had the chance to see him come back again. All Derek and Derek F. How about Russell from BB11? You would be great. I don't know. Listen, full honesty, the only ways it really probably goes for me, I either win the whole thing or I'm the first boot. Like, those are the only real options, I think, that are awaiting me. The famous, or listen, it's not that, right? There's a crossover between potential people that are on the show with me and people who might have seen my content. And it's like, that's a little bit of a scary thing, actually. If you're walking in that house and there's potential that people know you and you wouldn't know them and they would know like info about you, like, that's a scary thing. It is. It's a very small chance of a possibility, right? Like, the actual percentage that would even happen has got to be like astronomically low, but it's not zero anymore, right? Like, if I was just a random nobody, it would be zero. But there's like, you know, there's a good amount of people on this channel now. It's like, you never know. You never know. Who is Vito? Why does he have an alliance with Ori? I would love it if you were on the show. Hey, you know, call the producers. Let them know. First name Ori, last name Schemes. Oh, no. You already missed the final two with them anyway. We already made the final two, right? Someone I would never want to back. Jeff from BB17. Maybe bring back... why can't I say that name? I know the name, but I can't in my head right now pronounce it. This is that Ori name thing coming in. Love redemption arcs like regular show Rigby. Regular show Rigby. I don't know that. Sari used it to her benefit. Could have backfired, but didn't. That's true too, right? Sometimes when, you know, people know you, they're actually a little bit more likely to work with you. So like, that's kind of a thing. He's going to wear an Ori Streams cap. Listen, actually, that would be a thing. I would bring the hat. The hat's coming, right? And it would be worn, and they'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" I'd be like, it's, you know, a band. It's a band that I like. Bring back Tom Riddle. Never bring back Tom Riddle. Never. What's up, Big Pimpin'? We got Dana coming on in. Never bring her back. She was horrible. Hey, you know, maybe people learn. Maybe people learn. I don't know. But yeah, not on my list. Our list today will be BB23 onward. BB23 onward. And I think maybe it's time to kind of jump into the list. Where do we start? I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do we start with the people we want back or the people we never want to see again? I think we start with the people we want back. That's my gut reaction. What do you guys say? Your name is Ori. Remember that? It's like, oh yeah, it's a band. Oh crap, my name. I'd go for another Felicia round. I'm not gonna lie, Felicia was on my list, but I cut her at the last minute. She was another one. Izzy and Felicia, I was really like, both of them were on there because Mama F was so fun, right? She was so entertaining. But I went a different direction. No to Christmas too. Christmas probably would have been on the no list if we counted further back. People want her back 100, never. All right. Let us start here with our top players that we want to see back. Our top players that we want to play the game again. Are you guys ready for this? Are you ready? Let's switch our scenes and reveal our very first Allie.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? You want Business Betty? Business Betty could come back. That would be kind of fun. All right, let us start off with our very first house guest that we want to see back. It is Chelsea. Now, listen, here's the thing. Do I think Chelsea is an all-time great player? Not exactly. Right? I think she had a very good winning game. I know a lot of people say like, oh, she had a perfect game. Not necessarily. And I think I need to make a video on that. Explaining what really is a perfect game, why Chelsea doesn't really meet those criteria, but she did have a very incredibly impressive run. But here's the big reason why I put her on the list of people I want back. I want to see if she can do it again. I want to see if she can run it back and still be able to have the success that she did. And that is always the true mark of a great player. And because people have her on this, like, maybe she's one of the best, we need to see her again. It's also why if this list was larger, Derek would still be on the list, right? I think you can't necessarily say Derek is the best to ever do it until he plays again, until we see them have the kind of success that Will and Derek and Dan were able to have in their second run, right? They weren't able to win, but they still were able to kind of do a lot in the game and be able to control things. So I want to see if Chelsea really has it in her. That's kind of the biggest reason on why I want to see her play again. Is can she run it back? Can she run it back? Chelsea, the question marks? No, you're not liking it? Really? I'm surprised. Still cool. Not Chelsea. That's the thing, right? I'm dead if I do. I'm dead if I don't. She manipulated well. Special K, I agree, right? I think there's a lot of things where people go to like, oh, you know, what's her name? Who came in second? I can't even remember her name now. You know, she kind of threw the game to Chelsea. It's like, well, did she? Or did Chelsea take the opportunity when she saw that she was alone and didn't have anybody else in the game and bring her in to be her ally, making it so that she took her to the end to be able to beat her? So I think there's a lot of question marks even for MJ. Thank you, Jessica. There's a lot of question marks for Chelsea, and that's why I kind of want to see if she can answer those questions, if she can put those question marks to bed, right? Let's see if she can do it. And I think that's why she gets a spot on my list. Let's see what you guys are saying. Interesting. Not sure how I feel about it. She played Mackenzie like a fiddle. Mackenzie voted her out her best friend. Agree. Some of these winners should play again and see how it plays out. Are we talking about game-wise, or do we do entertainment as well? A little bit of a mix. And also with my like top 5, these are in no like particular order. These are just the 5 that I would want to see back, right? Like Chelsea's not number 1 necessarily. She's just on the list of the top 5, right? I didn't necessarily put them in an order because even that would be hard. Trying to decide which one in particular I would want more than the others. So it's a thing. Ellie say, write this Betty count. Sadly, BB can doesn't count. But maybe we could do a BB can list one day. Where does Bowie Jane rank? Allie. Let's see where we're at here. She might not have won as many comps as MJ, but she has a higher winning percentage. Not Chelsea, but how successful can a good player do if people know exactly, Lady Steph? That's the point. I want to see what happens now if Chelsea has that target on her back the whole time. Is she able to play and adapt? And that is the biggest thing about a good, great player, like an all-time great player. Being able to adapt in whatever situation. Can you lay low and fly under the radar the whole season, manipulate your way to the end? Or if you have that target on your back, how do you get it off? How do you get yourself out of that trouble and stay alive and still be able to make it far in the game? So like that, those are all the big reasons on why like I would actually like to see her play again and see if she can kind of prove, you know, where she actually belongs in that all-time player list. Chelsea is kind of boring though, and I'll give you that, right? Like a lot of winner games are, right? A lot of winning games are kind of boring, but I kind of want to see. I want to see what she would do. MJ clears Jag. Get Brett back on. Yes, the Brett. I also dig another Cedric try. I wouldn't mind that either. I think he got a little bit robbed, just like a tiny bit, with that whole like Tucker drama and everything that went on with all of that. But in a way, kind of maybe his own fault too. So what would he do with another shot as he's a little bit older? Because you got to remember, Cedric was young. He was, how old was Cedric? It was like only like 21, 22 or something like that. And I feel like the older you get, the more experience you get. So I think he'd be a decent one to get a shot back in the game. For me, Chelsea isn't good TV. Let's not see if she can do it. Cedric is on the challenge. Oh, good for him. Haven't got to watch the challenge season. BB25 Cameron. Chelsea and MJ can't be on the same season. They would just run the game again. Bowie Jane, who? Yes, to Cam. She was in love with Cam. Are they together? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Kyle, Paloma. Oh God, Paloma maybe almost made one of the lists. I'm not gonna lie, Paloma. There was a contemplation on Paloma. I want to see a BB second chance. Honestly, Mr. Ritchie, I'm with you. I think like that would be actually a fun kind of way to do another season without getting like a lot of the big names. Just getting people like, it's hey, let's get you just a second shot, right? Somebody who showed maybe like a little bit of something, but they weren't able to do it. Maybe even like only people who were pre-jury, right? Like how wild would that be to bring back a season where nobody made jury before? That would be kind of cool. Or you need some crazy people to keep the show worth watching. 100%, Norma. 100% you do. You absolutely need the crazies on the seasons. Or when you go to the BB house, talk in a Kiwi accent, no one will know. I want to hear her on, see her on All Stars or an All Winner season. Oh my God, Brett and Tucker together. Oh my, that would be insane. That would be insane. Cedric needs to be on a second chance. Let's not bring back people that hooked up to play the game. You know, Norma, you might have a point there. Also, Gallon, I see you over on Kick.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing? So we've been talking about our top 5 players we would like to see back on Big Brother, and also we're going to talk about the top 5 players we never want to see again. I do have a little bit of caveats where they're more of the modern era. So BB23 onward is where we're kind of picking from here. The first one in our top 10 and our top 5. And again, it's not necessarily in a particular order. These are just, you know, people I kind of picked out as like the 5 that, you know, I would want to see as a group. Not necessarily like Chelsea is number 1 of those 5. But she's in the 5. Our next one, though, are you guys ready for the second one? Who I want to see back? Tucker. Now, we've seen many people saying it in the chat already. Tucker, I think, was such a breath of fresh air for the season last year. He played it with this just pure chaos and just inhibition of just like, yeah, I'm going to do it because that's what I want to do. And I loved it. I thought he was not necessarily playing a great game as far as like, you know, trying to keep himself safe. He was always putting himself in danger, but it was very entertaining. It was so much fun. And I would definitely be more than willing to see Tucker run it on back again. And does he play a little bit more conservative? Does he try and, you know, be a little bit more calm? Or does he bring that same chaos again and go for it, you know, just like he did last time? I'm not sure, but either way, I kind of want to see. I want to see how it would go, right? I want to see how it would go. Yes to Tucker. Yes. AI Arena Merchant, just like Embiid with free throws. Tucky gotta come back. The list is just going to be all BP26. It's not. I promise you. I promise you it's not. And I purposely tried to make it, you know, not all one season. I tried to get one from almost every season here. Nay, only those who've entered into a showman's. Great TV. Tucker is a good one. Tucker was incredible TV. I don't need to see him play again, though. Yes, Battle of the Showmances. Battle of the Showmances would be pretty wild. And actually, it would be funny if they had a couple of the Showmances that stuck and some that broke up. So they were like X's. Listen, you can't tell me X Factor back in the day wasn't a hell of a twist. You can't tell me that wasn't a hell of a twist. Tucker would be good. Frenchie. Oh, Frenchie was also another one who was like a ball of chaos, who I debated. I debated it, but in the end, I went with Tucker. You guys ready for the next one on the list? Are you ready for the next one on the list? This one also might be a little bit surprising, and also I'm kind of cheating a little bit with this one. Just a little bit, but like barely, because I'm going to mention it. Corey, BB25. Now, Stan, I debated. It literally, like, for me, it was Corey Heisem. Like, it was back and forth for me. I went with Corey, and here's why, because I'm cheating a little bit. I also wouldn't mind if it was just America, right? Like, Corey or America. Like, she's kind of in the picture. You kind of see her here. So that's why I'm cheating a little bit. I'm cheating just a little bit. And here's my pitch for Corey. I think he had a really good mind for the game. I think he really saw like how things should go. But it just didn't work out that way, right? You had Matt and Jag, who obviously saw how much of a threat he would be. So they had to take him out. They had to break up Corey in America. Plus everybody else in the game were able to see that. And I think Corey's biggest downfall was getting into the showmance with America, right? I think it was too much of a target at that point. But I do think he had a lot of great skills for the game. I think he also was not great at comps, right? It's not like he won a bunch, but I think he has skills that would lead to being good in comps, right? And on top of it, low-key really funny. Like, he's got this kind of dry, you know, almost like self-deprecating humor, but like in a weird way, right? Like, he grew the mustache out. He knows it wasn't a good mustache, right? Like, he knew it looked crappy, but he did it anyway because it was funny. So that's my pitch for Corey. But also, I wouldn't mind America either, right? Like, you could do America as well. Either one of them, I think, because America also has a lot of great qualities that I think work well in the game. I think she saw the game really well. So many times was she trying to get Jag on board with what needed to work, but then he would go and talk to somebody else and be like, we can't trust America. So it was like a whole thing, but I wouldn't mind seeing either one of them on there. Noise pick, Corey over Felicia. Loved Corey, smart dude, personable, right? Like I think he just has a lot of things that would do well for him in the game. I was never rooting for Corey, always on the Jared Cerise side, but amazing picks actually. Corey was my favorite player on BB25. Good pick. Liked Corey, but loved Felicia. Again, Mama Felicia was very close to making it as well. She was really close to making it as well. But the big thing is, I don't ever think she has actually a chance of winning the game, right? Competitions are just too important that I don't know if she actually would have that shot at winning. And it stinks to say that, but I also wanted to add people who I actually thought would have a chance to win if they were to play again. Say Wooder. There you go, Stan. I said Wooder. Corey, nah. I'd pick Corey and Felicia. Tucker was like a BB unicorn. He was crazy fun, strength and brains. I agree. He had it pretty much all. Nobody would ever. They never listened to America Special K. Over and over, she tried, and then like Blue would say like, "No, you can't trust America," and they would forget about it. Where would America be on your player ranking? I don't know 100% on my player rankings, which, by the way, once we're done with this, there's a few announcements that we have to get through, and a full player ranking might be involved. Stay tuned. It's going to be big, and it's coming soon. Would America be on your player ranking? I did love the AmeriCorey name blend. Corey, Felicia, Izzy, Angela, Tucker, all really good picks. Like, honestly, like you can't go wrong with almost any of those, Otter. I'd be so down with that, Otter. Big D with Tucker. There's a lot of good options. Matt would be great to see, says Gallon. Plus when Corey went after Sari, right, Gallon? Like, that was the thing. Corey had all that kind of a little bit of an admiration for Sari because he's such a big Survivor fan and his brother playing on Survivor. But also, he knew, like, there's going to be a spot where I have to go after her. It didn't work out for him. He maybe did it a little bit too late. But he knew he was going to have to do that. And then the big blow up that he had with Jared, like that was all wild. It led to a lot of really entertaining things. Matt would have a chance if he could explain his game better, possibly. They did a podcast that was amazing. That's good to hear. All right. Are you guys ready for my next pick? My next pick of players that I would like to see play again. Tiffany. I think Tiffany, there's an argument. There's an argument that Tiffany could have been maybe the best player we've seen in the modern era. The big thing, though, is, and why I want to see her play again, she had this burden on her, right? There was the whole cookout thing, and it felt like she really threw her game away for the cookout. It felt like if she didn't have that she had to kind of worry about and kind of carry with her, I think she could have won that game. There's even moments where I truly believe if she would have stuck with, Claire and DX, that we could have been talking about Tiffany as a winner of Big Brother right now. So I would love to see what she could do back in there without all this burden of, a greater purpose and everything like that, which I get. Look, at the end of the day, I get it. But also, when you're in that house and you have that opportunity, what is the bigger purpose than winning for yourself, for your family, and everything like that, right? So I get it. I get it. But I want to see her not have to worry about that. I want to see her play this game with the handcuffs off, just kind of being able to do what she wants to do. And yeah, Tiffany was a very easy choice to put on this list. If she had went with Claire and DX, Chada could have went very far. 100%, right? She could have pivoted and been like, look, the cookout got me here. Pivot, take Claire, DX, Chada, and like the four of them possibly could have been the final four. I don't know if you want to go all the way with DX. You probably want to cut him maybe before that. But I think there was a path. There was a path to victory for her, but she closed that door. And I get why. I just want to see what she could do without having to worry about that why. Let's see. Love Tiffany. Tiffany would be amazing. She was a hard consideration for me. Anyone who breaks the game should absolutely come back. She's better than someone but didn't get the credit. Hannah Chata too. Hannah's another one too. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing her come on back, especially too, like, again, Hannah was kind of young when she played. And I always feel like when you're a little bit older, right? If you're more kind of in your late 20s, early 30s, I feel like those are the players that are the most interesting to me, because they're mature enough to kind of see what they need to do, and they have a little bit more life experience under their belt. And I think that kind of stuff helps you a lot in this game. Love Tiffany. This is a very solid list so far. Yes to Jessica. She laid the groundwork for something else notable, but I think she's a better player than what came after. 100% Stin. I'm with you on that. I think I'm the only one that doesn't care for Tiffany. Let's go big and do Battle of the New Era. I did not see DX and Claire getting together though. Happy for them, but what? Okay, yeah, that was a kind of a surprising one, right? It was kind of out there. Laura,
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
what's up, big pimpin'? I see you over there on Twitch or on Kick. How you doing? We're live on Kick. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube, all at once. 3 platforms. No issues on where you watch, and watch where you enjoy. But I am glad you guys are here. We are kind of midway through our top 5 players of the new era that we'd want to see on back. And also, we're going to go over 5 we never want to see again. We never want to see them in the house again. How are you? I'm doing good, Laura. I'm doing good. Yeah, honestly, full honesty, here's the thing. Full honesty, little rough recently. It's been a little rough recently. There's been some stuff going on, but when I come and do these kind of things, this is kind of the escape for me as well, right? When I come in and chat with you guys, I'm able to kind of disconnect from any drama and BS going on. And I actually hope it's a lot similar for you guys as well, where you're able to come here and anything going on, we can kind of forget about it for a little bit and just kind of hang out. That moment you realize that you're no longer an older and wiser in your 30s player, but an old mom typecast. Oh no, Allie. Let's see where we're at on the YouTube side. Very solid list. Let's see. Oh, Ori, I told you about the Leak Trader forecast last stream, since I have heard rumors about Aubrey Bronco from Survivor. I'm trying to think. Is Aubrey the one with the glasses? Did she play like maybe twice or 3 times already? Russell being on the would be wild. If they got Russell on Traders, that would be wild. That would be a really out there one that I'd be down for. I'd love to see it. Or it's great to be back together talking Big Brother. Absolutely, Otter. Absolutely. Oh, life has its ebbs and flows. We can't have one without the other. 100%, Laura. 100%. Dark hair with anxiety. Today at my doctor's office, I had a nurse who was born 5 years after 9/11. That was crazy. That is kind of crazy to hear, right? Because like you start to realize like how much time moves. Like I still think about like, you know, people will say like, yeah, you know, 20 years ago, and I think 1990. Like I was like, oh, like the 90s? And it's like, no, Anna, nah. That is not the time frame we're in anymore. I've missed these chats with everybody. Same here, Sam. Same here. All right. Our final one of our top 5 that I'd want to see come back. We were kind of talking about her already. Claire. I think, here's the thing. I think Claire is another one who's actually kind of underrated. I think Claire had a really, really good mind for the game. I think she's very personable. She's someone that like you just kind of instantly like, all right, yeah, I think I can work with her. And I think she could have went very, very far if it was not for all the stuff that was going on that season, right? And it's almost as no fault to her. It was just that there was a big alliance that she wasn't aware of. I would love to see her back. And this is also a little bit of a little bit of a cheat. DX could also come back as well. I wouldn't mind either one. If you told me like we could only get one of Claire or DX, I'd be down for either. Because I really do think Tiffany, Claire, and DX, Xavier also was, undoubtedly, like he was everybody's pick to win before the season, right? Like Xavier also kind of counts in there. But I think like from what I saw on the season, those were the three that I'm like, yeah, they have kind of that extra skills that you need. That little bit extra that I would want to see what they would do with another opportunity without kind of any baggage of anything that was going on that season, how they would do in another go. So yeah, that is my top 5. We've got Claire, we've got Tiffany, we've got Corey, Tucker, and Chelsea. Those are my top 5 new era players that I would like to see back get another shot. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there anybody I'm leaving out? Let me know. If you feel really strong about somebody, you can always super chat. I think it plays up on the screen. But what do you guys think? Fantastic choice. Oh, heck yeah, Ori. Her and DX were fabulous on The Amazing Race. Love this. Agree. Sam, amazing. They both are super smart. Rocked at the challenge. X was fun to watch on The Anonymous. I got to disagree with you on this one. I think there is other people I could be way better, like Felicia, Taylor, and Leah. Leah was another one that was kind of on my list. I debated Leah. I debated it, but it just wasn't enough for me. Like I really debated it. Taylor would not be on. Maybe she would. I don't know. She might be on the other list. Felicia was one I debated as well, but the reason why I didn't go with Felicia, as entertaining as she was, I don't think the win equity is there. And I don't know if there's ever really a way for her to gain that win equity in the game. So as much as I love Felicia, I wouldn't want to see her play again, only for the fact that I don't think she could win. Great list, story, on target, love it. Cool, good list. I like Claire. I think she could have a more likable Nicole Franzel redemption arc. I don't think you're too far off on that, Josh, right? I think you're kind of on target with that. Not happening, Ori. Not mad at all. This would be would this hypothetical season be full length? So this wouldn't even necessarily be a season, right? Like these are just like, how they always kind of pick at least like one person, right? To be a returnee every so often. These are like, if they happen to bring a returnee back this season, who would be 5 people that I would be okay with, right? Like that's kind of the idea almost of this. If I would do a season, I'd definitely structure it different, right? Like Felicia would have to be on there, like of course, because you need that type of player just for the pure comedy of it all, right? So yeah, I think maybe I'd build a full like cast a little bit different. But this is just more of like, hey, if they were gonna call people back, these are people I wouldn't mind. So yeah. Thought so, Laura. Yeah, that is kind of young for a nurse, but good for her. I missed your reason, but don't see Corey on there. So my reasoning for Corey, and it was a little bit of a cheat because I did include America kind of like in the picture, but not really. Like if they gave either one of Corey or America, I wouldn't mind, and here's why. One, I think Corey did have a good mind for the game. America as well, right? And he didn't necessarily show it, right? Because obviously there were like crazy challenge beasts on his season. I mean, like literally there were 3 people on his season that you put on any other season and probably are the challenge beast of their season with Heisem, Cameron, and Jag, right? So like what was Corey really going to win? But I think he does have like a lot of skills that would bode well for him in challenges so that he would have chances to win if he ever played again. And also low key, I just think he was kind of funny, right? Like he's got this like dry sense of humor that I think really kind of fits in with me. Like this whole mustache, like he knows it's not a good mustache, right? He knows it's not good, but he wore it anyway, right? For the laughs. But that was my reasoning on Corey. But also, right, like I could also see Heisem being somebody who I wouldn't mind being brought back, right? America, like I mentioned, even Jag, right? I wouldn't mind Jag from this season either. But yeah, just trying to kind of mix it up a little bit, and I landed on Corey. So yeah, Chelsea, Tucker, Corey, Tiffany, and Claire. That is my list of 5 players who I would want to see back. No, Angela is insane. Angela, very much like Mama F. Amazing to come on back, would be so entertaining. I'd include her in a full cast. If I was doing a cast of All-Stars, she's on that cast, right? But as far as like, do I really need to see her play again? No, because I don't think she has win equity. I don't think she would have actually a chance to win the game. And that was kind of a thing that I really wanted to kind of make sure with this list was like each one of these people, I could see all of them having an actual chance to win, right? And that was kind of something I really wanted to include. If you don't have a chance to win, it's like, do we need to see you back? I don't know. As entertaining as it would be, if we were doing a strictly like most entertaining list, hell yeah. But I really wanted people that would actually have a shot if they played. Don't need another Dasher Disaster Misfits meetup. I think they should all be on an all extended length season. Just put them in there for like a whole year. Let's just see what happens. I personally want to see BB6 Joseph play again. He's a competent player. His delusions on the feed were very funny. I'll give you that. The delusions on the feed were very funny. And here's the thing with Joseph. I don't think you're that wrong, right? Like, I think he was actually a competent player. Even like very early on, I had him on like the allegiance chart, right, that we made. I had him kind of like towards the top of like, I think he had a lot of people who were willing to work with him and trusting in him. The big thing that was his downfall was the whole Angela blow up. They had an entire alliance they made just for Angela, but it all blew up, and Joseph got a lot of heat for that. And I just don't think anybody trusted him moving forward afterwards. It was just kind of a whole debacle. So yeah, I wouldn't mind it either. I wouldn't mind it either. Imagine a Big Brother season where new players enter the house first couple of weeks, like Battle Camp. Ooh, that would be interesting. But also, man, I don't. Because what do you do? Do you just make it a revolving door where the new player comes in and then you boot them out? Or do you keep that person hoping you could work with them, even though they had a little bit of an advantage where they got some safety coming on in? Be kind of interesting. Jag double. How about an over 50 season? I'd be down. Say Tangambalona? Tangabalama? Tagamala. Stin, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Stin. All right, let us go. We're going to move on here to our top 5 players we never want to see again. We never want to see again. Before we do that, though, before we get into that, I do have a little something that I want to share with you guys. A few things. One, we need to figure out a new show that we're going to watch as a watch party. We have a couple of options kind of floating out there already. If you have strong opinions on a show, let me know. But we do need to figure out a show to watch. Second thing is, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. People were asking about like, oh, where would your, all-time player rankings be, right? Not just winners, but all players. We're doing a tier list of every single Big Brother player. It's happening, and it's going to be a big event because we also have another big announcement. We also have another big announcement. Let me see if I can pull this up here. I think I have it set up. Let me copy. I thought I had this set up, but I have to do something else before I show you. Give us just a second here. I'm gonna paste this here. And then I can copy this. I can put this here. Because we have a big announcement. A big announcement. Ori Palooza 12-hour stream. Yes, it is happening. We are doing a very big celebration. It also happens to be my birthday on May 11th. So, on May 11th, which I believe is Saturday, or is it Sunday? Which day is it? I forget which day it is now. It's Sunday. So what we're going to do on May 11th, that Sunday, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., we will be live. What just happened?
Wait.
Bondo!
You know what? The maniac loves you.
Bondo!
Even with your wait! Even with your feathers.
Bondo just gifted 10 subs on Kick. Oh, you get the no. We're on YouTube, so I can't give you the full. But you get the Bondo, you maniac. This maniac loves you, even with your feathers. Bondo, you madman. You absolute madman. Hooking up Stin, Gallon, JPZ, Katie. Was that Executioner Boshwash? Awesome name. Byrix is getting one. Diogo, Lakey. Monits, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And L getting one as well. That is awesome. Bondo, you absolute madman. You absolute madman. Thank you so much. We'll give you one more Rocky. I can't do more. I can't do more than that. Just that. But thank you, Bondo. You're the man. You are an absolute maniac. Bro's turning 36. What do you mean 36? Ori Fest. That's gonna be so fun. Marking my calendar. Big B. Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day. Good job, No Dough. Bondo. Bondo's an absolute legend. Bondo is just awesome. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday stuff reminded me of the Tong song. Oh God. Do you guys know Turbo? Do you guys know Turbo from the challenge? Oh boy, man, he's got a song, and let me tell you, that song is something else. But yeah, Sunday, May 11th, 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, 12-hour stream. Will be live on all three channels, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. There may be some things that you won't be able to watch on YouTube, but we'll be live during it. Maybe check some stuff out. But that's also a reason why we need to figure out a show to watch, because I do think part of this 12-hour stream will be like a little mini marathon of some episodes, along with some gaming. And plus, one of the big things is, my plan is to do a giant tier list, like we did for the winners tier list, but this will be for every single player that's ever played big. Like, this list is going to be massive. It's going to be the craziest tier list ever. I think I still have, is this? Yeah. So this was the tier list we did for all the winners. Imagine this, but it's every Big Brother player ever. It might take up a large chunk of the stream. We'll see how it goes. The last time you guys went a little nuts for it as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Oripalooza 12-hour stream, Sunday, May 11th, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you come on out. Tell your friends. It's gonna be a good time. All right. So again, we need to figure out a show. We're gonna have this going on. We've got some options out there. Yes, Gallon. Traders New Zealand is on the list as well. Things like the new version of the Joe Schmo show is on there. Some of those older reality shows like Who Done It, Murder in Small Town X, they're on there as well. If there's any other suggestions that people have, let me know. We'll probably have to do like a poll. I don't know, some kind of poll that we can have where everybody's doing a thing. I don't know. We'll see. How many non-winners beat out winners in the ranking? That's going to be a good question, Gallon. That's going to be a good question. I don't know. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know where I'm going to rank people yet. Like, I think it's going to be a thing where I kind of have to make decisions on the fly just because there's so many players. There's so many. But I think it's going to be a fun time. My mom loves Turbo. Jessica Wilson. Look up. Turbo has a song. I don't even remember what the song's called. Does anybody remember what the song's called? Jessica, here's the thing. You have to look this song up, watch the song, and then decide whether you want to show it to your mom or not. Listen, it's not very appropriate. It's one of the greatest songs I've ever heard, but it's also just not very appropriate for being honest. The Marine who played Serbo's song on his recent challenge. Oh, you saw it, Josh? It's amazing. No? It's amazing. Monday stays Monday, but Tuesdays are now tongue day. It's a thing. It's an absolute thing. What will we be doing on the 12-hour stream? So a lot. Some of it will be that full all-player BB tier list, right? So every player who's ever played Big Brother will be in a tier list. We're going to be ranking them, and they're going to be my rankings. But here's the deal, right? It's not just my rankings. I want you guys to have your say as well. So if you have strong feelings on a player that they should be in a different tier, you can super chat your way to getting those players to be somewhere else. So it is, it gets a little crazy. People were fighting over where Jag should be on the last one. They were bouncing him from S tier to F tier. They were all over. I imagine things to be pretty wild with the all-time rankings as well. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. This is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. Not the biggest TRM fan. He's cool. Just like his content. Make sure you have pictures of faces for me for this poll. Yeah. It's going to be just like this tier list where we have pictures of everybody and we can put them all in their spots. So it's going to be just like this, and we'll be able to slot people in, but there's going to be way more people than are on this list right here. Let's see. The quitters probably rated, 100% Gallon. If you quit the game, like, you're going F tier. Like, that is not even a question. Actually, Monday is now Monday. Ooh, Bondo. Okay. Survivor South Africa, Tim.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
That is another one. Survivor South Africa also on the list as well. For me, quitters will be ranked. How many players do we have in total? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I really don't know. Let me just do a quick estimate. All right, so we had 26 seasons. Times the average is 16 players. Some season had 14, some didn't, right? It's like 400 players. It's more than 400 players, Laura. It is That's a lot. That's 12 hours right there, right? It's going to be a thing. And that was kind of the reasoning why as well. I was like, oh, that would be fun to do, but it would take forever. It would take forever. So I think the only time to do it would be a 12-hour stream, right? Like, that's the only time that I think it can happen. Survivor South Africa is just unhinged. I think you guys will love it. All right. We're going to add it to the list. We're going to add a list. We need a 12-hour to do it. 100%. 100%. Quitters at War. 15 years, right? 15 years. Crazy. Make sure you have pictures. Definitely will have pictures. All right. Now that we got those announcements out of the way, there's one more announcement that I have. I mentioned it before, but one of the things that I've been doing over the past few months is a little collaboration with my good buddy Bruno. And you guys may know him from BB Can 3. You may know him from BB Can 5. You may know him as Capone Gaming. One of the things we've been doing recently are orgs, online reality games. And basically what it is, it's like playing Big Brother or Survivor or The Challenge or any of these reality shows all in one night, all online, just through your camera. And it's a lot of fun. The past few times we've done it, it's been amazing. A lot of the people over on Kick, they've experienced it. We have Gallon over on the Kick side. He's a winner. He's a winner of one of these orgs. And we want to do these again. And it's not just people like all of us in chat right now. There's been some big names in these before, right? Like we've had Kiefer from Big Brother Canada play. We've had Jessica Milagros play. We've had Cliff play. There's been people from the Traders Canada. We've had people from Beast Games play in these orgs. So it's a lot of fun. And one of the things we wanted to do, Rockstar. Yeah, we had Rockstar from BB20 playing in the last org we did. So it's a lot of fun. Now, one of the things we wanted to do, and let me see, I'll grab the link here, is kind of open things up a little bit. We wanted to kind of do this and do it in a way where we didn't want to have, just our, good friends in there, because that's kind of what we've been doing, is just kind of our more like kind of close-knit community over on Bruno's channel doing it. We kind of want to expand it a little bit more. We want to see how many people we can really find that could be like great players. So what I'm going to post in the YouTube chat right now is a Google form. You can click that link, put in things like your Discord username. You're going to need Discord. So if you don't have Discord, set one up and use your Discord username in there. On there, it also gives you a few different days you can choose of the week to try and say like which days are best for you. We really only have one question. What makes a good player? We want to hear from you. And then also, if you want to record a short video, like a little audition tape, you can do that as well and post that in there. There's no definitive date for when we're going to do this yet either. But if you're interested, fill that out. Let me know. Maybe you'll end up playing on our next org. And it's also one of those things that we have kind of a lot of big goals for this. I think we have a vision on where these things could go. And this is kind of maybe a little bit of that first step where we're trying to see how we can do with this kind of stuff. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're interested, check out that form right there. You can sign up and put your name on in for a chance to play in this because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Any other announcements? I think that's kind of it. Now we can get on to our top 5 players we never want to see again. Org with Ori versus his fans. Oh, man. Big Brother Ori versus all of his fans. Oh, no. So here's the thing. Guys. As far as this org goes, I'm more of the game master, right? Like I'm the one coming up with the competitions, the twists, all of the different debauchery that's going to be taking place. So you're not necessarily playing against me. Maybe one day I'll pop on in there. But it's more of, do you want to play a game that's created by this ball of chaos, right? So if you're interested in it, go on, fill it on out. We'll be kind of pumping this and putting it on out there again. So if you're thinking about it and you don't want to do it right away, take your time, think about it. And if you want to come on and give it a shot, we're down. We're here. And I think it's going to be a good time. Is that Morrow?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing, Morrow? Morrow's another one. Morrow's another one who might have a little bit of hand in how all this plays out. Well, we got to do a little bit of talking, Morrow. We got to do a little bit of talking. But how you doing, buddy? I'm just the production guy. People. So Bondo was helping out the last time. And Rockstar, we're like, all right, Rockstar, we need you to nominate someone. She's like, can I nominate Bondo? We're like, no, he's production. And he's like, oh, I thought he was just like a guy who wasn't talking. So it was a whole thing. I don't trust you, Ori. Jessica, no, you can trust me. You can trust me. You could trust me, Jessica. You need to be willing. Yes, you do need to be willing to be on camera. We do it all with a video camera in Discord. You jump in and out of chats. You get to meet a bunch of new people. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to promise that there will be reality people on this in the cast as well. One, because I wouldn't want to like be like, oh, so-and-so is going to be on. And then everybody's just like, we got to get them out or we got to work with them and that kind of stuff. But let's just say with the track record we have, there's probably going to be maybe a few names that you might recognize playing in this game. So if you want a chance to show what you have, prove that you could play Big Brother, that you could play a game like Survivor and outlast everybody in the Discord, come on out and play. It's kind of one big night of fun. It's not this like long thing that you're signing up for. It's basically like a giant game night with a bunch of friends all hanging out, having fun, and voting people out. At the end, we vote for the winner. It's a good time. So if you're interested, go on, click that link, sign up, put your application in. Let us know what days would be best for you. Once we get an actual date kind of nailed down from some of the responses, we're going to start reaching out to people, kind of seeing if the date actually works for them and all that kind of stuff. Maybe even doing some like Discord interviews just to kind of talk to you a little bit more. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's less pressure with less pressure with no reality blokes. It might be less pressure, but is it as fun? Is it as fun, Stin? But yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. Definitely come on out. Stin, you're another one. Stin, hey, put it in, bud. I think you would do well too. I think you would have fun with this. You never know who exactly, Gallon. You never know who shows up. You never know. Ori, let them know. Yes, you do have to be on camera to play and all that kind of stuff. That is a very important thing. If you're not willing to be on camera, this probably isn't for you. But it just ends up being more fun, right? When you're having a conversation with somebody in the Discord and you're able to see their reactions. It leads to better gameplay, and it's all in. It's all in. So, without further ado, let's finish off our list here of our top 10, or top 5 people we never want to see on Big Brother again. Are you guys ready for my first of the 5? It's T-Core. It's T-Core. Listen, here's my problem, right? She seemed like she almost had a good head for the game. Like she knew what she needed to do. But then she would go and do things like people over profits, where she didn't want to, take out her friends, and it wasn't about the money. No, this game is about winning the money. If you're not there to win the money, why even take up a spot from somebody? You are literally taking a spot from someone whose dream it would be to win this game. Someone who maybe needs that money. Somebody who maybe just wants the title just so they can say they're the best. You took their spot and said, nah, I'm just here to hang out with my friends. So T-Core, never want to see you on the show again. Never again. Not the Traders, not the Amazing Race. Like, I don't care. Don't put her on anything. She should never be on a show if that is her mentality for it. This is also a little bit of a cheat. Chemo could be right up there with her in this. Rubina a little bit less so, but borderline. It's borderline. It's definitely borderline there. I would be production. Ooh, Jessica, let me know. Let me know. We might need some help on that. You could do an org during Oripalooza. It might be a little bit too soon, but we could. We could potentially. Might be a little quick to throw that all together. I'll bring the fish. Love it, Tim. Love it. I think I would be a fantastic player. Well, Josh, get your application in, bud. Get it on in there. We want to see you play. Get it on in. If you want to do a little video, you can put it in there. I put a spot where you could post like a link. If you upload like a video to YouTube, or you could put it in like Google Drive or something like that. You could put a link in there so that we could be able to watch your video, and then you could even have it be unlisted so that nobody would see it publicly. But if you just wanted to share it with us, you could do it that way too. It's not mandatory though. But yeah, there are little things that you can do in your application. Love her as a human, but great. Well said, Brianne. Well said. As soon as someone starts talking about bigger purpose, it's 100% to him, right? I hated the phrase "people over profits" because it's the exact antithesis. I can't say that word. It's the exact antithesis of the game. The whole game is about profits over people, not people over profits. She was a very emotional player. I didn't like her, but I couldn't hate on her because my friends liked her. Hey, Ori, glad to see you back. What's up, Adam?
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? I would love to see the return of Beast Mode Cowboy. That would be a good one, too. The ones we're doing today are more the modern era. So like BB23 onward. But Beast Mode Cowboy, he'd be one I would love to see as well. Antithesis? What? Listen, don't make me say big words sometimes. Sometimes big words sound weird. Big words are hard, guys. They're hard. I like her, but she's such a passive player, which made things frustrating. But great TV when she was actively playing. And that's the other thing, Josh, right? There was so many times where I was like, just do something. Her and Kima would sit on all this valuable information and do nothing with it. Nothing. And it was so frustrating to watch. I never want to see T-Core on my screen again. You don't share the winnings, right? Only one person can win. I hope Cindy with an S is on this list. T-Core was boring. Yeah, so T-Core was a pretty instant lock for me as players that I do not want to see again. And again, a little bit of a cheat as well. You could add Chemo. He's not on the list, but like 1A, 1B on that. Again, these aren't even in a particular like ranked order. It's just like the 5, right? It's a group of 5. It's not necessarily that T-Core's the one I would like to see the least. It's just she's on that list. I don't need to see her play again. Exactly. They threw away every chance they had. 100%. 100%. Okay, so 5th T-Core and Chemo. They would consider it for 3 days. Yes, they'd be like, we should tell him. And then nope, it just wouldn't happen. No Kylan. Ooh, Lori, okay. Our next person on the list, again, and it's not necessarily in an order. Our next person on the list that I never want to see play again, Kenny. Another one, he quit. He quit on the show. He was basically not trying almost the entire time he was in the game. I think he tried for like 1 week, like 2 weeks maybe. And then that was about it. He basically just gave up completely. And there's honestly not even that much more to really say. But like, yeah, Like, what are we doing? It was like almost like a different way of throwing than even the T-Core one. And almost the T-Core one feels worse because she had such potential. Kenny, I don't even think really necessarily had a lot of potential in the game, but he didn't even try. He didn't even try. And so for that, he makes the list. Agree, no Kenny. He didn't want it, right? Like, he didn't even want to, it felt like he didn't want to be there from the very start. So it was like, why even be there? They just need a cast where every single player is cutthroat. Problem is they usually put like 2 or 3 in a season, and they go home early and the rest of the season become boring, right? It's like we want people in there who are there to win the game, right? We don't want just people who are there just to have fun. But listen, if you want to play the org and just have fun, like, come on out, play the org and have fun. As a person in New England, I feel disrespected by Kenneth. He's my number one for never. I would rather see someone try and be bad. 100%, right? I would rather see someone try and be bad than not even try at all. And he had a soft place for his family. You gotta kind of have a $1 million cutthroat side, right? Like he just didn't have that in him to be a good player. Can he be on the quitters at war? he's a lock. He's a lock. All right, are you guys ready for my next player? My next player that I never want to see again. Effing Bowie Jane, man. Listen, like, a lot of the things you could say about the others, you could also say about her. She didn't necessarily quit on the game, but she did throw her game away. She and Cam could have been locked on in, but she decided, nah, I'm going to join the Mafia with Matt. Just terrible. Just absolutely awful, like destined for third place kind of a player. You drag to the end. Just there's no reason that I need to see her play this game again. Just none at all. None at all. So for that, Bowie Jane makes my list. As he's from my hometown, he disappointed me greatly. Oh no. I forgot she existed. Who's Bowie Jane? You don't remember effing Bowie Jane? The best thing that Bowie Jane did was create a meme with Mama Felicia where she said effing Bowie Jane. That is the best thing that Bowie Jane did. Yes, Kenny disappointed me as a boring, being born in Massachusetts. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. How did your game change for, I'm going to say that better, when you joined the Mafia with Matt and I? Oh, so cringe and terrible. Just never again. Never again. I'd watch a season with Bowie Jane if it was Odd Couples Twist with her and Mama. Morrow. Okay, Morrow made a point where I wouldn't mind. I actually, if we did a season, it was an Odd Couple Twist. And you had Bowie Jane and Mama Felicia and they had to work together. That might be kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. Morrow, don't ruin my list. The accent. I wish she didn't betray Cam. She got embarrassed. I got embarrassed for her. Yeah, Bowie Jane, never want to see you again. Unless it's with Mama Felicia and an Odd Couple Twist. All right. The next player I never want to see again. Brittany BB23. I found her just so annoying and just so clueless in the game. There were so many times where I was just like, can we please just get rid of Brittany? She brings nothing to the table. Absolutely nothing. There was not one redeeming quality I could think of when I think of Brittany. Just none. Absolutely zero. Nothing. Very true about her. That would be entertaining. Right? There's nothing. That's the thing. That I think speaks the loudest, right? I don't think there's anything that anybody has to add to this. Lots of energy with that one. She was annoying and she was just right. Like it wasn't like she was there to win. She was there to like do TikTok dances and BS around, right? Like it wasn't like she was trying to win anything. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the next one? Are you ready for my last of the 5 of players I never want to see again? It's another Brittany. Listen, maybe I just have problems with people named Brittany. I'm not sure. But very similar thing here with Brittany is I found her so annoying because it felt like there was potential. It felt like, oh, maybe she knows what she's doing. But then she throws it all away. And her entire late game felt awful. It felt like she really could have done a lot more. She also really just caused chaos with a lot of BS, like where you're holding on to information that felt a little weird to hold on to information. But just in general, there's nothing I want to see from her again. All she did was cry. Yeah, I hated her. All she did was team with Michael. And that's the other thing. I felt like she ruined Michael's game. I felt like Michael, if he didn't have the burden of having to deal with Brittany, could have been a different player. Michael was her entire game. Exactly. The battle of the Brittany battles. Dud. Absolute dud, Laura. Absolute dud. So yeah, that is my list of players I never want to see on Big Brother again. Now, here's the thing. There are players that I didn't list that are just kind of obvious, right? Like Voldemort from this same season. We don't talk about him. We don't show his picture. He's Voldemort. He's Tom Riddle, right? We don't even bother with him. He'd be an instant lock, but we don't bother with him. So it's like, why even bother? But yeah, that is my list of the new era players that I would never want to see again. Brittany, Bowie Jane, Kenny, and T-Core. As well as we have all of our players that I would love to see again. Claire, Tiffany, Corey, Tucker, and Chelsea. So what do you think? What do you think of the choices? Where did I mess up? Where did I get it right? Who would you have on there differently? Let me know all of your opinions. Dud, agree. Michael ruined Michael's games by winning too much. True, Tim, but also like I felt like he kind of found himself in that position a little bit because of everything he was going on with Brittany, right? There was stuff where it was like he felt like he needed to win because Brittany couldn't. With the leftovers as well, it felt like he always felt like he had to win, but it's like, really, did you have to? It was a mess. It was a bit of a mess, but also I think without Brittany, Michael could have been maybe a different player. Good picks. Please use a picture for Harry Potter for the 12-hour rank list. We will do. We will do. I would love to see Julie Chen play. Julie would be interesting, right? To actually see Julie play would be kind of funny. I don't think she would do well, right? Like I don't think it would be good. But it would be entertaining at the very least. Oh wow, I forgot about her. Yeah, I hated her. All she did was team with Michael. Also forgot about her too. Loved Brittany. She was 100% chaos, and I was all for that. It was chaos, but it felt like it never was going anywhere. I like that. I like our dud. Morrow, I like our dud. I don't like duds. Our dud's great. Our dud's great. Good choices. I'm going to be full honest. Claire didn't do much either. The reason why I had Claire on there is I see so much potential in her as a player, right? I think she's got a lot of tools that will go well for her. And part of it was I felt like there was a little bit of like this old baggage that was on her season where she trusted in Tiffany, but Tiffany kind of made the choice that was against logic and her own game. And if Tiffany didn't make that choice, I think Claire goes even further in the game and also has a chance to win that season along with Tiffany. So that was kind of my big reason for Claire. Also, it was a little bit of a cheat where either her or DX, I wouldn't mind seeing play again. Oh my God, please bring back players like Tucker. Tucker was another great one, right? He was just so chaotic. It was just such a breath of fresh air. for that wild season. Plus, I also think he does have a lot of win equity, right? Like if he gets to the end, I feel like he's almost a lock to win. I respect all the picks. Love to hear that. Yes, I like Brittany Hopes. A fun player to me. She tried hard to get a winning scenario, caused a lot of chaos in the end game. A big thing I thought with Brittany was, like, especially during the end, it felt like to me like she was just crying all the time too. Like it felt like she broke down and it was just too much for her. And maybe that doesn't happen in her second run, right? Maybe I'm being a little hard on it on that end. But to me, like that kind of stuff where it's like if you're gonna like break down and not be able to even make it to the end, do we need to see you again? I don't know. I give more credit to Taylor for convincing Monty and Turner to go to 3 with her instead of Michael. Josh. Now, hold on a second, Josh. Hold on a second. You give credit to Taylor for convincing Monty and Turner to get rid of Michael? Oh, so you watched the edited episode and maybe listen to a 4-letter podcast on this YouTube website. Listen, Taylor, though she did make a pitch that Monty and Turner should go against Michael, they were already gonna do it. They already had made that decision, the two of them. They talked to each other and like, I don't think we should take Michael any further because he's going to beat us and everything. The first chance that we have to take out Michael, we got to do it. Later that night, Taylor goes to them and says, we got to get rid of Michael. And everybody gives Taylor the credit for that decision, but she really had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. Monty and Taylor had already come to terms that, yeah, we can't take Michael any further. In fact, it's so obvious that they didn't know that. Nobody deserved to win. So no, I do not give Taylor any credit for that. Any credit at all. They also need to bring in that AI twist where you could change the 3 players up front the night of eviction, which made the game fresh and random on eviction night. They need that all the way to the end. I don't agree on that either, Adam. I don't agree on that either. And here's why. I didn't mind it. But I think that twist gets a lot of love because of this guy right here. If this guy right here wasn't winning those competitions, people would have hated the AI twist. They would have been like, this is so stupid, right? If he would have lost like that first one and got evicted, people would have been like, this AI twist is awful. But the fact that he kept winning made people like it more. My other issue with it is I think it stayed for like a week or two too long. I think it should have ended earlier. And maybe that's just me. I like a little bit more of a clean game of Big Brother where it's just about HOH and veto and who can win and who can survive and keep themselves off. I don't mind a twist here and there, but I felt like that one went on a little bit too long for my liking. And I think it was only liked as much as it was because of who was winning it. It, to me, felt a lot like Battle of the Block. Battle of the Block was a very similar situation where it didn't go all the way up to eviction night. Maybe it would have been better if it was on eviction night. But it was a similar concept where instead of, 2 nominees, we have 4 nominees and half of them are going to come off the block. So it was kind of one of those things where I didn't mind it, but I felt like it overstayed its welcome. I'm shocked Danielle wasn't on the list for never coming back. Daniel was a consideration, but I almost thought of that as like an obvious one, right? Like I thought of that was like, yeah, like I don't need to say Daniel, right? Because that's clearly nobody would want him back, right? I like that you keep up the Tucker image like a madman, right? He is a madman. Okay, now do 5 people who are just barely worth seeing again. I like the AI twist because it had the double eviction energy every week. Definitely don't want it in a full season though. And that's the thing. It did have a little bit of that double eviction energy, and I think that's what they were going for. But in reality, what I felt like really happened with it was there was always the 3 nominees, and they always pretty much came down to, well, if this person's on the block, they're getting voted out. If they're not on the block, the other 2, they had somebody they preferred. So it always felt like it was already tiered listed where one of the people was probably safe no matter what. Like whoever they were going to be up against, they were going to stay. And it was one of the other two that were going to go. And whoever ended up being the one on the block, that was the decision, right? So while like, yeah, it gives a little bit of that energy, it just never felt like it really manifested the way they wanted it to. And even there were times where Julia was like, you guys can go talk, like go strategize. And they just all stood there in the living room and chatted together. So it was like, I get the idea they were going for, but it didn't really land the way I think they wanted it to. So I think there were some flaws with it, but I don't hate it, right? I don't hate it as a twist. I just think it gets a little bit too much love because of how it turned out because of this guy. But also, I think it lasted just a little bit too long for my liking. I like things like if they're going to do that, do it like the first like 3 weeks, right? Like I don't want it going all the way to jury, right? I want the people in jury to have gotten there in a way that's very much Big Brother, right? Let's see. The AI twist let people who didn't have HOA and didn't get a chance to play in the veto and not get backdoored or at least come off it. Right. It gave non-HOH players more of an advantage against the HOH, which I think is fair in the early game. That's the other thing too, right? Is I think it gave players more of an advantage against the HOH, but my opinion is, right, I think it's more a casting issue where casts, and I don't even know how to explain it really, is people have this idea of like, oh, if you're the HOH, like you control who's going home. No, you're just nominating people. If the HOH puts up 2 people and one of them is somebody that they want out, well, guess what? Maybe that's not the person I want out. You can go against the HOH, but it almost feels like people are scared to do it. So the AI, I guess, maybe gave a little bit of that, but the HOH still picks the nominees in the first place, right? Like, does it change up that much? I don't know. I never wanted Jared back either. One of Turner's videos, he said he would invite everyone from his cast besides Daniel to his wedding. Hated the AI twist. It killed the live feeds for me. That was the other thing too, actually, Mauro. It did actually kill a little bit of the discussions leading up to the vote because people were almost scared to promise a vote to somebody in the event that the other person they thought was their real safe, right? Like the one they really wanted to stay was on the block with that person. So it kind of made people almost scared to talk before the competition took place. So there was good and bad from it. I think maybe with some changes, it could be good, but I don't think it's like one of those things we need to have every single season and be all the time on a season. Is there any info out there about when BB will start this season? Probably very similar to last year. There is no official word just yet. I do expect them to be very soon, though. Right around May is when all the networks start releasing like their schedules and stuff like that for the summer and the fall season. I think Fox actually already released theirs. I haven't looked actually even today. Who knows? It could even be like today or something like that CBS did it. But right around this time is when we'll probably find out a lot of information over the course of this month. And then I would say a good estimate is late June, early July. That's kind of been our window for most of the seasons. I'd even say probably closer to early July than even June, because they like to have the season go more into October, kind of into the fall a little bit more recently, especially after they had success with doing that. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, hopefully soon. But America always loves it when they don't really know who's going home on eviction night. When players scramble for the vote last minute, America loves that. Don't get me wrong, right? America does love that. But I don't think that's necessarily what was happening that much, right? Like I said, I feel like when they had that all going on, it kind of was like, all right, well, we have our choices all stack ranked, right? Like this person goes home no matter what if they're on the block. This is the second person and this person's safe. And it felt like that was always kind of what happened every week. So it was almost like you didn't need to talk. It was just like they were like, all right, we got our 3. This one doesn't go home. This one maybe goes home. This one definitely goes home. And it just was who ended up winning and losing. Now, if you really want that, if you really wanted that kind of feel, this is how you do it. Nominations happen on eviction night and you play a veto on eviction night. That would be how you get that same feeling. Because otherwise, they just kind of, you figure it out and it goes from there. You don't actually get that double eviction night experience without nominations happening instantly and then a veto happening instantly and a potentially a renom as well. Like, I get the idea of it, but you can't capture that magic the same way. For me, the AI twist created a scenario where everyone knew the outcomes. Like if this, then that. 100% Morrow. They had it all kind of figured out. Where it's like, if this happens, this person goes. If this happens, that person goes. No matter what happens, this person's probably safe. So yeah, it always felt like it was like, all right, yeah, we just choose from which one ends up staying. CBS killed the live feeds when they made them only live and not able to watch old footage. I don't think that kills the live feeds, right? In fact, actually, I think that makes things like what I do more valuable. But I do agree that it does make it harder to cover and watch. But the biggest thing would be what Big Brother Canada did to live feeds when they changed it into digital dailies. That killed not just the live feeds, but the show. So hopefully they never go down that route. I've said before, though, I think that CBS has a lot of, what do you call it? Trust in Big Brother, where I think they have a lot of faith that it's going to do well. If they didn't, I don't think they would have done this whole Amazing Race season that they had going on. Agree with that too. We need more players like Tucker that take on big risks and not play so conservative. Also made so much chaos. Tucker for BB Prez. 100%. Tucker brought that chaos and it was awesome. Yes, please do veto on eviction night during the live broadcast, not pre-recorded. Right? I think that would be a lot of fun and would get you the kind of thing you're looking for that they were wanting to get from the AI arena. Let's catch up on Kick because I've been neglecting you guys a little bit. Julie is a first boot. Did a great target off the jump week 1 and would have gone home if he didn't win the first veto. If it's not intentional chaos, her notebook was full of research. Yes, Claire did do a lot of research. She had like a whole on notebook that she did going on into it. But did Claire have her own game? Laura, I think she did. Not the live feeds like we saw. The live feed showed Taylor did not come up with. Yeah, exactly, Gallon. Right? It was one of those things where Taylor made a pitch. She absolutely did. But they had already come up with that plan on their own. And it was kind of one of those things like if they didn't come up on that plan, like, what are you doing? It was very obvious that Michael had to go. Now, I disagree with you on that, Ori. It should have stayed a couple weeks into jury. Really, Tim? Really? I thought it just overstayed its welcome. I like a more kind of natural game. But that's just me. Daniel is the other Baltimore. I love Julie trying to force them to strategize and then being like, no. Yeah, she was like, you guys can go. And they were like, we're just going to stand here and do a speech in front of everybody. That was Julie, funny Julie saying, guys, now is the time for you to break out and then conspire. And like nobody did. Basically, it was whenever Tucker doesn't win, he goes home, right? Plus, Big Brother makes money off the live feeds. They do. The thing is, though, I'm hoping that they go back to making Paramount Plus like actually be worth it. Because what they did to it last season, it just didn't felt like it was worth it. I said before, like I became a Paramount Plus affiliate. Like I still am an affiliate, right? Like if you guys ever are looking to buy Paramount Plus, like let me know. I have a code. I don't think it saves you anything, but like I get a cut. But it was one of those things where it's like I had this, but I didn't feel right pushing it because I didn't believe in the product anymore for Big Brother. And that's the big reason why I would push it on here is like, hey, if you're going to be buying the live feeds, like buy it through me. So it helps me out a little bit. Right. But it didn't feel right to push it. You know what I mean? And like, that's just a thing with me, right? Like that's maybe where it's like, hey, listen, if I'm on Big Brother, you got to be cutthroat. But like with you guys here, I'm not going to be cutthroat and just like promote something that I don't actually like and believe in. If that makes right. Like if I ever get a sponsor, unless it's like one of your guys. By the way, guys, for this upcoming Big Brother season, if you own a company or a store, even if it's like an Etsy or something, and you want to promote it, let me know. We can have some conversations. But in general, right? Like if someone came to me with like a sponsorship offer, if I don't believe in it, I can't push it. Right. Like I just it doesn't feel like something I can support because if I don't support it, why am I going to ask you to support it? You know, I don't know. Maybe that's stupid of me. Right. It should be more of if the money's there, I don't care. Right. But I don't know. It felt wrong. It felt wrong. Basically, it was whenever Tucker doesn't win, he goes home. I hope I'll meet some of the BB people when I go to the Amazing Race finale in a couple weeks. Ooh, that'll be fun. Once AI Arena left, the game got very boring. Yeah, but I also don't necessarily think that was the AI Arena leaving that was the problem. It was more of just like we had an established kind of sides almost. And then I actually think the janky week kind of helped shake that up a little bit. And there was just a lot of kind of like players that were almost not playing for themselves, even if they didn't realize it. It felt like a lot of people were playing for Chelsea once they got to the jury phase. Which again is also why I'd like to see Chelsea play again, right? Like, is that people just kind of unknowingly, you know, giving Chelsea the game? Or was that them like being manipulated to give Chelsea the game, right? Like, that's why I would love to see her play again, to kind of prove whether or not, like, you know, one way or another, what type of player she actually is and was. I watch Paramount Plus and Pluto at the same time. That's kind of what I would do, Gallon, right? I'd have the Paramount Plus up, but I'd also have the Pluto up because I'd be able to catch clearer screenshots. Whenever I needed like a thumbnail, I would go to Pluto. Mid-game lull, yeah, and that's kind of why all of the mid-game twists they've been doing these past few years, I like the idea of them. I don't think they've all landed, but like Zombie Week was terrible. I like the idea of doing something that changes and shakes the game up right in the middle of it, right? To really kind of give it a new path forward and just shake things up in the game. Yeah, the Amazing Race finale will be fun. I'm fairly certain Izzy will be there. I first met Izzy at the Amazing Race 35 finale, so I know she's a fan. Nice. Well, tell Izzy about the orcs. Tell Izzy that she should come hang out with Bruno and us when we play the orcs. Tell Izzy that. Let's see where we're at here over on the YouTube side. America Loves to Twist. Vito on Eviction Night. Ori, I missed your voice. Dina!
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Dina, thank you so much. We're here. We're live. We've been chatting some BB. It's been a good time. Glad that you're here. Lady Steph.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Tucker actually made me cringe. I was fast forward through his scenes. I thought he was a bully, but I loved Paul, season 19. Do you think they're similar players? I mean, a little bit. I think Tucker was a little less of a bully than Paul even was on 19, though. I think Paul was a little bit more of a bully than Tucker was. Yeah. But as far as like chaos, yeah, definitely very similar. Tucker is still up there looking like a madman. Yeah, he is. They need to put the live feed on YouTube and Twitch. They would make so much money, right, Mar? I think they're missing out. I think they're missing out on a lot. Yes, otherwise your audience may think you're exactly, Adam, right? Like I'm not like that's just not something I want to be, known as, right? Like I want to do things that are worthwhile. Plus, I feel like once you start pushing things that you don't believe in, why would anybody then go and look at something else that you push later when what you did was bad? I have a business. It's called Sit in My Room All Day and Wait for Ori to start streaming. Super Christian Me World.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? What's up, bro? Why you live at the same time as my favorite YouTuber, Player Essence? Not saying you ain't my favorite. You totally are. It's not what it looks like. Take it easy. Guys, I think we need a backdoor Super Christian Me World. We were just live here, hanging out, doing our thing. We were talking about 5 players we'd love to see play again and 5 players we never want to see again. It was a good time. Our players we want to see again, we had Chelsea, Tucker, Corey, Tiffany, and Claire. As far as players we never want to see again, T-Core, Kenny, Bowie Jane, Brittany, and Brittany. Just definitely players we never want to see again. Oh, also, another reminder, Ori Palooza is going to be taking place Sunday, May 11th. 12-hour stream celebrating my birthday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We're doing a lot. There's a lot that's going on. We're going to be doing a tier list, just like we did of the winners a couple of weeks ago. We're going to tier list all the Big Brother players. Every single player who's ever played Big Brother, we're doing a tier list. It might get crazy. We're also probably going to be doing some games and stuff like that. And the other thing is, too, I kind of want to do like a little mini marathon of some kind of show. So that can all be part of it as well. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you come on out and hang out for Ori Palooza. May 11th, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's going to be a good time. Oh no, not another tier list. I know, Morrow. I know. And this one, it's not going to be just the winners. Like there's over 400 players. I'm pretty sure there's over 400 players that we're going to be tier listing. So it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Or let's see, on shakeups, I think Split House Twist is underrated, and the cast from that season just didn't use it right. Actually, I think the cast used it right. They actually gamified it. I would think that twist would work out better if it was randomly split, right? If they like spun a wheel and that's how they decided or something like that. I think that would have even worked out even better. But I'm with you. I think that the split house thing was probably my favorite of these mid-season twists they've done. It just wasn't executed right. I'd even say it's more on production than the cast. If you love Paul, then you should love Tucker. He was barely a bully compared to Paul. Backdooring now. Oh no, not another tier list. A former BB season. I think Paul is by far a better player. Played one of the most dominant games in BB history. Just was unlikable in BB 19. Liked them in BB 18 though. Their game was more flawed. I agree with you on that, right, Josh? And I think the big thing about Paul was he didn't have the jury management to really get himself through to the end and win. And if he would have had that, it might have been a different story. We might be talking about Paul as the winner of BB 19. But yeah, no, I think overall probably a better player than Tucker. But also I think Tucker's a little bit more fun of a player. Let's see where we're at here. If I had been if it hadn't been for Zombie, 2 days for the comp would be better. I just think with Zombie Week, it ended up just kind of being like a lack of stuff. It was like a whole week where nothing happened. What do we got going on here? We've got a super chat from Morrow locking Jag in at S tier right now. It hides from Norma. See, that's the thing. It could get a little wild. It could get a little wild here with these rankings. So who knows? Who knows where people are going to end up? If you guys don't know, when we did our winner rankings here, people were bouncing around. Jag got thrown around from S tier to F tier to S tier to F tier to B tier to A tier. I think he was in C tier for a little bit. It was wild. It was wild. So if we do all players of Big Brother, it could get, I don't even know where we're going. I don't even know. It could be a mess. It could be an absolute mess. Where are we at here? I might have to. Izzy's fun to hang out with. We also took one of the most chaotic pictures ever at the Amazing Race 35 finale. And that was the thing too. Izzy was actually somebody I was thinking about for 5 players I want to see play again. Because she also had this like chaotic energy about her on the live feeds that made the pre-jury phase of BB25 like magical. They were a lot of fun. And I think a big part of that was because of Izzy. I think a big part of that was Izzy's chaos. Paul is way worse than Tucker. Paul was an actual bully. Paul is the Russell Hantz of Big Brother. He'll never win over a jury. Tucker was intentionally chaotic. He just wanted fun. Didn't need the money or care about the win. But that was also the other thing, though. I think Tucker could have won still, right? And by the way he was playing, he was still kind of playing the win, but like in his own way. And like, and that I kind of respect. Paul was helped too much by production. Never good when production over interferes with the game and making them seem like they have a player they are protecting. That's true, right? He had the whole friendship bracelets and stuff like that. Even, I mean, technically, you know, it's another one too. And I still don't know of any other situation where this happened where it wasn't like a prize of some kind, where someone physically left the house and was invited back in. Christmas, you know, one of Paul's biggest allies, broke her leg, leaves the house, spends time at the hospital. Nurses, doctors seeing her, who else knows, you know, had interactions with her, could have been telling her things. It was fairly early in the season, right? So only so much really probably could have been shared. But like, when else have we ever had something like that? The only other time I can think of was like June, when she got to go to like the red carpet. And like, didn't somebody get to go to a concert? I forget who, but I felt like somebody got to go to like some kind of a concert or something, right? But other than that, like, there's not really any other time that I can think of somebody like leaving the house pretty much for good and then coming on back in. And on top of it, he then convinced the house to let a one-legged girl win a running race. Like, literally, it was a race. And the one-legged girl won the race. Morrow, how dare you, Andy, top of S tier. I loved watching Izzy. Speaking of Tucker, did anybody else peep him in the background of Vanderpump Rules? Really? I just watched it after BB, and I was like, what? Tucker won at life at the end with the girl of his dreams. He seemed so happy living it after leaving in a relationship. Honestly, yeah, like it felt like Tucker and Rubina like really found, like, you know, people they really care for. And BB does have a weird way of having a higher success rate than even The Bachelor, right? So you never know. Liz and Vanessa on BB 17. I really liked Vanessa a lot. Liz and the whole twin stuff, maybe I can leave behind. But Vanessa, I did really like. Let's see what's going on over on Kick. The other good thing about the Amazing Race 35 finale, where I met Izzy, you could only get into that by invite. You had to know a Amazing Racer going, so that made it even more special. That is really cool. That was crazy. And someone went into the beach and chatted with a previous house guest. Wait, what? Wait, huh? What happened, Laura? Wait, what happened? Danielle and Amber got to leave the house and play a game show called The Power of 10 on BB8. Oh, yeah. I remember that. And that one too, right? Where it almost feels a little bit different too, because like I don't know 100% how they did it with Christmas, but I feel like there's plenty of times where like, yeah, she's just going to be alone with someone who isn't production, and maybe they're a BB fan, right? The chance is low. Yeah, sure. Like, what are the chances that the doctor you get happens to watch Big Brother and also like knows the information that you would need at the time, right? Like, it's a very low chance, but it's still just a weird kind of scenario that took place. Whereas like the other ones that happened, like where it was for a game show or the red carpet, they were always like with a member of production, and usually they were only interacting with people like that were very specifically picked to interact with them. Where it's like, if you're just going to a hospital, like you can't pick who's interacting with them. It's just whatever doctor and nurses are there to take care of you, right? What if the radiologist, right, who's x-raying her leg is like a BB super fan, right? Like we don't know. I liked Vanessa. Was it Michelle Costa got a reward taken out of the house to a picnic or at a beach somewhere? Maybe there was a few in like the earlier seasons, but even then, right? Like if you're going to like a beach, they can kind of cordon that off in a way. Even like the person I'm trying to remember, I think they went to like a concert or something. They were in like a suite by themselves. It wasn't like they were down in the pit, right? Like they were up in like a suite away from everybody. So it's almost like you kind of get to pick and choose where you go. BB10 got a private beach with a jury member after he won a luxury challenge. And even that, right? Like if you're talking to a jury member, that's different than just someone of the regular general public. And it was Michelle that went with him. Thanks to him. I didn't remember Dan being there. Yeah, he won the challenge. It took Michelle to make up for what happened earlier. Good jury management. Let's see. They went to a concert. Yeah, I remember. Oh, was it Liz and Vanessa that went to a concert? Like, I remember someone going to a concert. That I remember. They should do BB in Love, where everyone is single and hot looking for love. Technically, Adam, they did do that. It's called BB9. And it was kind of a disaster. But also, like, here's the thing. I think BB9... Here, maybe a hot take. I think it gets a little bit of a bad rap, but also like it had this like weird chaos to it that is kind of endearing in a way. But they did technically attempt to do that. I met Liz and Vanessa went to the concert. Just got here. Hi everyone, Kaylin.
What's up, Big Pimpin'?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? How you doing? We've been chatting about our top 5 players we would want back, top 5 players we would never want to see again. More from the modern era. We weren't going like all time because that could get into craziness. I don't even know if I could narrow it down to 5. I'd have to do probably like 10 if we went all time. But it was a lot of fun. We had here on our list Chelsea, Tucker, Corey, Tiffany and Claire, all as people we'd like to see back. T-Core, Kenny, Bowie Jane, Brittany, and Brittany as people we don't want to see coming back. It was a good time. I watched BB9, but they need a remake. Disasters can be good. 100%. Disasters can be good TV. They needed the modern era. I agree with Adam. In my opinion, BB19 is greater than BB9. Okay. Let's see what's going on over here. I think we're caught up on that end. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. I want to put this back in chat again as well. We mentioned it earlier. We've been doing some orgs. We've been doing these over on my good buddy Bruno's channel. You might know him as Capone Gaming. You might know him as Bruno from BB Can 3. You might know him as Bruno from BB Can 5. But we've been doing these things called orgs, online reality games. Basically what it is, it's like playing an entire game of Big Brother, but in one night online in Discord. It's been a lot of fun. Actually, let me see. I think I can pull one up here, and I'll show you just like a little example of what it looks like, what you'd be getting yourself into. But it's a fun time where everybody comes on out. You all end up playing. You meet some new people. Let's see here. And we've got some big plans and ideas on where we could take these ideas. And I think they're going to be a lot of fun. We've been doing them more with kind of like a closer knit community that we have over on Bruno's Kick and Twitch channel. But one of the things is we kind of want to branch out a little bit more. We want to make these
amazing.
bigger and better than they were. So let's see here. Oop, that's not the right one. Let me find the right video here. Here it is. Hold on a second, and I'll share this here with you guys. So this is kind of what it ends up looking like when we do these orgs. And you can see right off the bat here, like some heavy hitters right off the bat, some people that you would be familiar with, like Kiefer from BB Can 9. We've got Jessam Camalagros from BB20. We also got Cliff from BB20. If we go all the way here to the beginning, you can see these are all the people playing in this org. Everybody's got their camera on, and you end up having all these different rooms you can jump in and out of. So it ends up being just a really fun time. If you're interested in playing a game like this, go on, fill out that form, put your information in. We're kind of doing like a little application process. There's no like definitive date on it either. We're just trying to gauge like general interest on who would want to do this. Things you need to know, you need to have a Discord, because your Discord username is how we're going to be able to contact you and things like that. Discord's also where kind of the game runs from right now. And then we ask you, what days would be good for you during the week. We have kind of one question: what makes a good player? So go on and answer that honestly. And then also, if you wanted to record a small video, you could put that a link to that in there as well. Either like an unlisted YouTube video or like a Google Drive type of thing. However you want to share your video, you could do that too. It's optional though. You don't need to put one in there. But yeah, if you want to have a good time, hang out. We do this kind of a thing, and then there's also competitions that will end up taking place. I'm trying to see where's a good example of a visual competition that we did. Oh yeah, here. So this is actually kind of funny. This is Rockstar. Rockstar and Brandon ended up getting teamed up in this competition. They had to choose one person to be what we called the seer, and one person would end up being the guesser. Rockstar was our seer. And what we ended up doing was we showed her some pictures that she had to try and communicate to Brandon.
If you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can turn my camera on. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see if we can get to
How descriptive does it have to be? Does he have to be on a rainbow? Like
that is all up to you on all the details. You're gonna have to figure that out. And there's gonna be a couple of pictures here. So this is the first one. You ready for the second one?
Skateboarding penguin. Yeah.
And these were all just like random images of things she had to try and remember and then relate to Brandon just verbally. And then Brandon was then showed 4 pictures that all looked very similar. And it ended up being like really hard to end up getting it to work out. I want to get to this one though. This was my favorite one. She spent how many days in that house and she didn't know who this was? Does anybody know who this is? How many of you can identify this lady standing across from Wolverine? Because I'm telling you right now, Rockstar had no clue who this was. Not the foggiest clue who that lady was. Yeah, it was a good time. We do these like fun competitions. You end up voting people out. You get down to the end with all the winners. There's a jury. We do the whole thing. It's just like Big Brother. It's all one night. So it's not like a long thing that you got to commit to. It's a lot of fun. Can't see it's too small of a picture. Here, hold on. I think I can do this. that bigger? That's a little bit bigger, right? That's a little bit bigger. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'll root for you, Adam. Okay, I filled out the form. Is there a Discord channel of yours that I can join? Yeah, you can join my Discord channel, or if you want to come on and hang out in Bruno's stream, we're doing stuff over there. For now, though, as long as you filled out and put your Discord name in there, we'll end up contacting people and probably doing some like further little interviews, trying to get to know you a little bit more. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good time. Let's see. Okay, filled it out the form. I could get behind that. Pitch. Split house from day one. Each house nominates 2 people. Those people compete 1v1v1, so they get a 4-way. And the loser is evicted. The survivors go into the other house. That'd be interesting, because you'd almost want to get nominated a little bit to win, right? But also that's risky. Interesting. I know who Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. How about this lady right here in the pantsuit? Any idea? It's Julie Chen. It's Julie Chen. How long did she spend with Julie Chen? And she can't recognize her? She can't recognize her. BB in Love, it's the bachelor pad where players come to compete, but they can choose things to improve their relationship or go with a selfish option to help their personal game. Oh, okay. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Vanessa would be good to see again. I agree. Oh, what's up? You're a little late. But what's up, Big Pimpin'? What's up, Big Pimpin'? You're a little late. We've been kind of chatting. We did our top 5 players we'd love to see back again. Top 5 players we never want to see back again. It was mainly from the new era. We kind of did BB23 and forward. Because if we did everybody, I'd have to do like top 10 lists or something like that. But it was a good time. We had our list here of Chelsea, Tucker, Corey, Tiffany, and Claire as 5 players we'd love to see return. T-Core, Kenny, Bowie Jane, Brittany as players we'd never like to see again. I can see Julie now. I have terrible eyesight, but she looks like Kris Jenner. Like 45 days, right? She spent so long with her. Didn't have a clue. Ori for 15K. We'll get there. We kind of hit it, I think, last season, but then we lost some, mainly due to me slacking. But I think we got a good shot at getting there this season. Let's catch up on the kick chat. Where are we at here? BB9. That was that winner. Bad rep, which deserved Marty and his thumb to the camera. Pink mohawk swinging his eggplant. You know, if you know, you know. Here's the thing. I actually what was his name with the pink mohawk? Oh, I forget his name now. Oh, what was it? Was it Maddie? Was his name Maddie? Because here's the thing. He was kind of hated. But I actually very quickly learned to like him a lot. And there was a specific moment on BB9. I was watching it live going down. And it kind of hit home as well for me. There was a girl on that season who was a diabetic. And I think she was like doing laps or something. Like she was kind of like walking around the house, you know, just trying to, you know, get some exercise in. And she went into a low sugar diabetic attack. James. Yeah, it was James with the pink mohawk. And she ended up passing out and falling to the ground. And it was one of those things where like everybody in the house was like, oh my God, like what do we do? What do we do? Get somebody in here. James, without like missing a beat, instantly was like, yo, let's get her some juice. Let's get her fixed up here. And was like really kind of stepping up to take care of her. And I'm pretty sure like didn't have like a very good relationship with her at all, right? Like nobody in the house really liked James that much. But he went and said, hey, like this is a person who needs help. I can help. And sprung into action. And his just proactive demeanor and just way of getting in there and helping really impressed me, and kind of like I was like, all right, no matter what you want to say about him, I think he's a good guy, right? Like I think at the end of the day he's decent. And that really kind of stuck out to me, why I was like, I can never be too hard on him. I can never be too hard on him. Yeah, Amanda's the one that passed out. Yeah, hit that like button. If you're hanging out here, you're watching, hit that like button. You know, let YouTube know what we're doing here is a good time. But yeah, he definitely it was one of those things where I really just I gained an appreciation for him. He was proactive, but the medics were in the so that was the thing, right, Laura? It's like the medics were on their way already, but like no, like he didn't know that even, right? So like he was jumping to it, trying to make sure he was like ready to go. So like he was running off to make sure everything was good and like trying to help out. Like the medics got there quickly, so everything was fine. But it was just one of those things. It was like, all right, you know what? Little tip of the hat to him. You know, I respect it. I respected it. I swear I know everything, but nothing about Big Brother. It's one of those things, right? It's always a thing where it's like you feel like there's so much, right? And there's so much you forget that happened too. It gets wild. But yeah, you know what? I think we are kind of wrapping up. But before we do, a couple of things I just want to mention again. Oripalooza. We're doing a 12-hour stream on May 11th. It's a Sunday, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., all day long. We're going to be having a good time. We're going to be doing a tier list of every single Big Brother player ever. If they played the game, they're going to be on the list. It's going to get a little crazy. And if you weren't here for the winners tier list, we got some little house rules because I don't want it just to be my list. I want it to be our list. So if you guys have strong opinions on a player and you want to move them from a different tier that I put them in, you can send things like super chats, donate to the Ori Fund, stuff like that, and be able to do it. It also is my birthday. We're going to be celebrating that as well. We'll probably end up playing a few games, maybe a little bit of Marvel Rivals. Also, though, I do want to start this upcoming week a new show. We've got a couple of options kind of floating around. I want to start that show and then potentially on Oripalooza. At the very least, if we don't finish that show, we'd have like a little mini marathon of a watch party and watch a couple of episodes during that as well. So I think it's going to be a really good time. Make sure you come on out for that. A couple of other things too. We were talking about the org that we are getting ready to set up. If you don't know what orgs are, an online reality game. They're a lot of fun. Here is the link if you want to sign up and try and apply to be on the org. They're a lot of fun. We end up doing it with a whole bunch of people in Discord. In some of these previous ones, like you can see, we've had a few reality players on there as well. This one in particular had Rockstar, Cliff, Jessica Milagros, a player. She was on Beast Games. I don't see her. Oh, here. Is this Donna from the Traders Canada? So it's a lot of fun. It's almost like BB all in one night. You get to meet a bunch of new people. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So you're going to want to make sure you check that out as well. Other than that, let's see. Thanks, Rory. I'll be able to join it after I get back from church. Perfect. Former BB season. Ooh, like you mean like a returnee season? That'd be interesting. I do want to do that too, like build like a returnee cast or a second chance cast or just like a regular all-star cast. I think that would be fun too. They're all very fun. I was teamed up with Kiefer in the comp where he played. Yeah, so Gallon over on YouTube, you guys can see him chatting here. We'll go back to our other chat window here. You can see Gallon up there in the chat. Gallon's a former winner. Gallon won an org. Gallon is a legend of these orgs. So they're a lot of fun. If you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome to do that. I know there was something else. But I can't remember what it was now. I swear there was something else. What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? He's on Kick, not YouTube. Who's that? Who's that? On Kick, not YouTube. I'm on everything. Right now, currently, actually, we're on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch, actually. All three. Let's see. BB16, when Victoria passed out, Nicole was just shouting for Derek the whole time. I remember that. You were talking about BB9. The problem they had was no cups as punishment. They had no cups. Oh, that's right. I do remember that. They took their cups away. That was something else. Yeah, Gallon is on Kick. That's what it is. Gallon is on Kick. And that's the thing. We're on 3 different platforms actually. Right now we're on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. There's no incentive either way. You can watch wherever you like, wherever you find comfortable. A lot of people will watch over on Kick. A lot of people watch over on YouTube. Not many people watch on Twitch. It's a thing. But it's more of just like, hey, if we have the ability to be in different places, might as well be in different places, right? Might as well do that, you know? I think it ends up being pretty good. But overall, yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time for Oripalooza, Sunday, May 11th. Make sure you're there. It's gonna be great. Tomorrow. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Because I'm not gonna be live tomorrow. Tomorrow is Survivor. I know a lot of you guys, you watch Survivor and all that kind of stuff. So I just haven't been, I've said it before, I haven't been that interested in watching the new season of Survivor. I know this one's better. I know it's better. But I haven't been able to really get into it. I usually watch the tribals, and then what I'll do if like I like the tribal, I'll go watch like the episode in like 2 times speed after the fact, because it's got no commercials. I can just skip through all like the fluff that they do. It makes it at least a little bit more enjoyable for me. But with that on tomorrow, I won't be on tomorrow. But we'll probably be back on Thursday. I don't know if we'll be on YouTube, because one of the things is too, like I want to make sure YouTube, like I have some kind of thing to like talk about with you guys. So if I can come up with something to really talk about on Thursday, we'll be here on YouTube. Otherwise, we will be on Kick and Twitch, probably playing some games, and also trying to figure out what show we're going to be watching, because we're gonna jump into a new show maybe on Thursday. We might start it on Thursday, or at the very least, we're going to nail down what our next show will be. But with that, we're going to wrap things up. I won't be around either. I'm going to Bryce and Wendell's watch party. No worries, Tim. No worries. I'd like to know why you don't like this Survivor. I'm enjoying it. Not the last episode, but I'm getting into it. For me, it's been tough because I've been watching Survivor Australia, and it's just been such a better version of Survivor that it's hard to get into it. But we are wrapping things up for the evening. We're going to raid on out, though, and host our good buddy Bruno. The guy I was just telling you about. We've been doing these orgs over on his channel. They've been a lot of fun. So make sure you go and check him out. We're going to raid on Kick here. And I'm also going to post the link in YouTube here. If you want to hang out with us, we're going to be hanging out. Probably watching that show Battle Camp, maybe playing a few games afterwards. So go on, check out Bruno. We'll be back here on Thursday. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out. I honestly cannot tell you enough how much it means to me, and I really appreciate it. Bondo for the gifted subs. Morrow for the super chat. Remember, Sunday, May 11th, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 12-hour stream celebrating my birthday. You're not going to want to miss it. We will see you guys later.
I've got it here in days when it would have taken you years, and I'm not ashamed of my awesome. But you should be